I will say, I played Barbasol with 2 DP guys.
Yeah.
Alexander Levy.
Oh, he's the man.
All time.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you ask him about it? We had some times together.
Yes, you told me the story. And then Andy Sullivan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's a good egg.
You got a great group there.
Oh, my gosh.
That
it was
your
awesome.
group together, same day?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
Andy played good the first day, and then he missed the cut the second day. And his caddy was talking about how they were going to go on a bourbon tour or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And then we shook hands on Friday after they missed cut. He goes, "We're going to drink all the bourbon."
Welcome back.
welcome back.
We're back. Straight down the middle-ish. Another episode.
He back.
What's the date today?
August 10.
August 10th. It's
All
my
day
mom,
long.
It's my mom's birthday.
First
Shout
day
out-
back. Shout out to
shout
Mama
out
Riley.
Ann Riley. Happy birthday, Mom.
How old?
69.
Ooh.
Believe it or not, I don't think I've ever been able
All right. First day of school for
Dinner for 2.
Jesus, Aaron.
She listens to this.
There's another line to that. I won't put that in.
I'll let you one.
We got one of
68.
our own in here, Tyson today, Alexander, taking a little break from tour life. What do you got, a month off?
Yeah.
About?
Yeah.
It's got to be nice.
Into the rookie campaign.
Yeah.
How
Nice,
about,
but not
how about
nice.
that year right there?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you wish you wanted to be in the playoffs, but I'm cool with not playing golf right now, too. I was playing a bunch.
You look pretty tan in the face. You've been going your forehead's like the same as the rest of your face.
I went to the pool the other day.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not sad about missing Memphis in August? It's really nice this time of year.
I'm sure it's pretty hot.
Dude, that's like throw away your clothes after the round weather.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
gross.
You can't.
Heat rash all over your legs.
You ain't taking the stink out of that.
Yeah. So what have we all been up to, Aaron? You just got back from the West Coast, didn't you?
Your little trip with the kids before school. A couple more baseball parks.
How many you got left?
Got 2 to go now.
Which ones?
No way.
Cincinnati and Seattle.
Jesus.
Cincinnati won't be hard, but I've prided myself that I've never gone just to go. This one was probably close to that.
Mm-hmm.
So Seattle, I don't know when I'm doing that.
That's a good excuse to go to San Diego.
My neighbor Matt, his brother Kevin, just moved out there. He's working for Facebook. Good dude. So maybe I'll parlay that into some golf trip, and maybe we're doing Bandon Dunes in middle of 25. So
Where's how do you get on that email?
well, actually, we're gonna have some spots. We have 5 or 6.
Who are you going with?
Ooh, okay.
My regular
Hear
Australian
that,
guys.
Dusty?
When
but
is this?
Middle of
Middle of
25. We couldn't
25.
get in. The only time we
Can't
could
get
in
a
is
tee time for a year.
if you want to do all 5. They had an opportunity for November 24. When I looked up the weather, it's 16 days average of rain.
Oh.
July is 1 day of rain. So if you're going to pay that much, I'll pay more to go in July.
All right, so we're at in the schedule here. We got the start of the playoffs this week. Ryder Cup is really heating up, and
Ooh.
yeah, we just got a printout of the list. Boy, that European team,
I didn't get that list.
nothing's
You got
really
that?
screaming,
Oh, okay.
jumping out at me. But the
Let's do the European team.
Oh my
first.
gosh, I don't recognize many of these names.
They
I
do
don't
it
either.
differently, though.
how do they do it?
I think they have.
Yeah, they have a European money list and a US
I think they have
money
3
list.
qualifiers on the U.S. and 3 qualifiers in Europe, and then they pick the rest.
But here's
of the
the
team.
names.
Jeez.
So Terrell Hatton's 11 on this list, but he's good. But Smith, I don't know Smith.
Smith.
This is
Where do you see
embarrassing myself.
Jordan
as well.
Smith.
Justin Smith.
Smith, I
Wait,
hope I
is it
pronounced that
Justin or
correctly.
Jordan?
I don't know.
He's from
That's
England.
so bad.
Use
Justin,
Luton.
both of those
Use
sound too American.
Luton's in there at 14. Victor Hovland, 15.
Okay, who's the
I
dude?
will-
Who's the dude at
this
number
list
9?
is different.
I will say I played Barbasol with 2 DP guys.
Yeah,
Alexander Levy.
Oh, he's the man.
all time.
Oh my gosh.
Play
Did you
with him.
ask him about it? We had
yes,
some times
yes,
together.
you told me the story. And then Andy Sullivan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's a good egg.
You got a
was-
great group there.
Oh my gosh,
That
it was
your
awesome.
group together, same day?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
Andy played good the first day, and then he missed the cut the second day, and his caddy was talking about how they were going to go on a bourbon tour or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And then we shook hands on Friday after they missed cut. He goes, "We're going to drink all the bourbon."
Oh wow.
I'd love to have seen them Saturday morning.
But Levy was a cool dude.
Yeah.
I played Levy about 8 years ago in Perth, and that was when he was playing really well.
Yeah.
The man was, I think, self-proclaimed as well. He was a maniac.
Oh, no,
we got paired together
yeah.
in China one year,
Maniac on the course.
and
I loved him.
I was
Great
in
dude.
full maniac mode too, and I saw him at the Barbasol whenever it was a month ago.
Yeah.
And I probably haven't seen him in, dude, damn near 10 years, like 8 to 10 years. And he comes up to me with a big smile. He's like, "My crazy friend." And he gave me a hug.
The pot calling the kettle black.
Right?
He reminds me of Joel Sholem. You know Joel Sholem?
Yeah.
Just a big, larger-than-life character off the course. Is extremely friendly, but gets on the course and just gets a little...
Yeah,
Little heated.
he
I love
played
it.
good when we played together, but if it got crooked, I think he could have a day.
The DP, you got to change that name, dude. I mean, every time I hear that, but you just go somewhere else.
You can't help it.
You can't. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we
here?
doing?
Marketing team. Looking at this European list, what would this thing look like blended with live players? Because they're going to have to go to the well. I don't know how they're going to have nothing but a team full of half rookies.
Aaron, you're our
more than
European.
rookies.
You're our
More than
European
half.
tour expert. How many auto qualifiers do they have?
I don't know, but I know there's 2 lists and there's 6 picks.
Yeah.
So USA, or one of the teams used to be 8 and 4. Now they're both 6 and 6.
I think you got to
But
take
this
the
list
kid.
is this list
Okay,
is
here's
not as bad
I'm
as I
looking at a
thought.
list with
You look on the back.
world points. There's a European points and world points category. This one has Tommy Fleetwood, Matt Fitzpatrick.
Well, Fitzpatrick's 26
Sepp
on this list.
Straka, Justin
Sepp
Rose,
Straka.
Yeah.
Shane
Yeah,
Lowry.
Jeez.
Sepp's playing.
This
He's
looks
on.
sorry. We bad
forgot about
information
him.
got printed out here. That
that's
is
dog
very
shit.
intriguing. That
I
you
forgot
got,
about Sepp.
a boy. Where was he raised? Birmingham.
Oh, look,
Austria.
hold on.
Austin?
Look at the
Austria.
top here. We're a bit slow. This is the European points list.
Valdostria.
Valdostria. Did you just come up with that?
I
That's
did.
awesome.
Oh,
That's
bro.
awesome.
All right, let's look at the U.S. list, though. We got when's the cutoff for the top 6? You know, even if Cantlay or Schauffele slides out of the
They're
top
in.
6, they're in. So we kind of got a good vibe here. We got Scotty Wyndham, Harmon, Koepka, Schauffele, Cantlay, Homa. You got to assume those 7 are in pretty much no matter what. Spieth, he's in. That makes 8.
You skipped one.
You think Cam Young? Are you going to automatically throw Cam Young in there?
Okay.
Are you?
I mean, you didn't, but
I didn't.
I mean,
He
he's in
hasn't
the
played
top
well.
8.
He has-
I know. Is he lighting the? I don't.
He hadn't been closing anything out this
He's
year.
got a little bit
but
of-
he was
he's
in the
been in
la-
contention.
I think he was in the
And
last group of the British.
He's in contention and everything.
Yeah, but he
forgot
had
to watch
struggled
that.
up to that.
I forgot to watch that.
Harmon made that boring.
Yeah, he did.
He really did. I hate it when somebody
He
runs
did
away
make that
with
tournament
it, but
boring.
That's fine though.
Cam Young
I mean,
definitely gets
good
the
for him.
shoulder
Yeah.
slump going early, though. I will
His
say
body language is top 5 worst all time. Like for an
Yeah.
elite
But
player.
my
For an
God, is
elite
he
player,
good.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy is just like you can tell right away where he stands.
You know, we never really did. We haven't done a
Tesori
pod.
Tesori will fix that.
We haven't.
Yeah. Well, they're 2 total opposites, bro.
So we haven't
It's
been
sort
together
of-
since Harmon won, and we haven't really talked about the Open, but kind of the ramifications from that. Where is Brian Harmon? He's up there at top 3 now.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
locked.
He's locked.
Dude, he's been
you
playing
win
well.
one tournament like
He's
that.
been
That
playing
gets
well
you
for
into
2
the
years.
right.
Yeah, that's nice.
And by the way, he'll be good over there.
He'll be just
awesome.
fine.
He's a bulldog, and it's over there. I think he'll be good over there.
Is this his
I do
first
too.
team? This
Okay.
will be his first team.
He don't want to lose
Yeah.
to no damn European.
I love seeing rookies, and they all come out. That's a bigger storyline for me,
Yeah.
is seeing how the rookies perform
Yeah.
than how the vets do.
All right, so let's just to make this easy, the top 15. Let's cut our list off here at 15. All right, so Denny McCarthy is the last guy. All
Okay.
right,
I was having a debate
hold
with
on.
Tron.
The 3 guys. Who are you going to leave off? 3 guys, and out of the top 15, who are you leaving off?
Well,
Oh,
there's
shit.
a couple names on here that I would add.
Who?
I mean, Dustin Johnson's not on this list, and I would kind of have him.
Really?
I would
Yeah.
think about him.
yeah, he's not peaked. It'd be
He needs to maybe
Koepka-
play good.
Koepka
Taylor
for sure.
Gooch should be on the top.
Taylor
of that
Gooch
list.
has been playing good.
Okay, so we'll add those 15, and
They're
then
not getting picked.
add
I'm not saying they
DeChambeau.
shouldn't, but they won't
Okay.
get
Koepka for sure.
Koepka's already.
picked. Koepka's in.
He's going to qualify.
He's already. Oh God, he's on the list.
Mhm.
I didn't know he was able to get
So
those
it's
points.
how do you get Ricky
Yeah.
and JT, who are 13 and 14? Because I thought JT, my thing was he's a lock. It's 6 weeks away. He's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having this back channels discussion with Tron, and then I went back and said, I actually just looked at the list closely. Who do you throw out to put JT in the stuff?
Right.
Maybe Sam Burns.
Is Tiger involved with this team? I don't know what the structure of.
I don't think
it's
so.
Zach Johnson.
Stuart Sink's
and
a captain, but
Stevie Stink.
not Tiger.
I know. How do you lobby? You can only lobby with your play, right?
I
But
think you
everyone's
try to
like,
get Ricky in there.
Okay, you got
yeah, you gotta
okay.
get Ricky and
I think
JT.
got
Ricky's had a
7.
good enough year and he's coming back. I would try to get him in the mix.
All right,
He's
so you
trending
got-
in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Huge.
You got your top 7. We'll say Homa and up are automatically in. There's no way he's not taking Spieth.
Okay, but
Yeah.
here's
So
what.
that's 8.
All right, I got a
All right.
sidebar.
I think Ricky gets selected.
Yeah,
That's
good.
9.
Yeah.
So we need 3 more.
You need 3 more. Are any of those live guys? Do you think in your heart of hearts Zach Johnson's gonna?
I think
Pick
Cam
one.
Young's in, by the way.
Okay,
I know
so,
you're-
So that's 10. No, I'm not. I'm not
Okay.
anti Cam Young.
So-
he's quiet. Like he's like a Sam Burns. It's like he kind of gets lost in the shuffle a little
How
bit.
is Tony Finau this far down the list?
Yeah, 'cause
He was on a winning spree.
where he be now? Tony Finau. But I will say is people, and not to target Trump, but whoever, are like, oh, he doesn't deserve it. If Denny McCarthy's had a better year than Justin Thomas, I don't give a shit, right? It's who can win points. It's not a merit award where you've been rewarded for your year. I don't believe in that.
Okay,
I believe in putting the team who's going to win or the person who's going to win.
Does the golf course have anything to do with your selection, or are you
It
just going
should.
straight by the insides of the players?
I think the golf course for sure. I don't know much
so
about.
if it's kind of like a plotter's
Simone or whatever it
course,
is.
do you not take Denny as a dog, dude?
I'm not saying to not take Denny, by the way. I'm just saying like that was the name I used. You're putting the person in who can win the most points.
And if you're Zach Johnson and you have to pick between Justin Thomas and Denny, what do you do?
I don't think it's an easy pick.
I mean, it's your pick as the captain.
It's
You're-
not
you're
an
gonna
easy
fall
pick,
on that
but
sword.
it's
like,
an
look,
easy
I'm
pick.
sorry, but
Well, I think
Yeah.
Justin Thomas in 6 weeks is probably going to find something.
Correct.
He maybe doesn't, but I think it's a gamble worth taking. And if he finds something, he's in your top 3 players.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's a risk. I'm not saying
I'm just
that I
looking
know
at it
I don't.
as a team aspect. Okay,
Locker room,
You've
yeah.
got
Okay, so what about
you-
Keegan and Morikawa? Like
you've got Xander and Cantlay. You've got Jordan and Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Scheffler with
No,
Cantlay.
you've got Jordan and Justin probably.
Scheffler and Cantlay play together.
yeah,
I'm just thinking of teams and how it would work out. I mean, who do you put Wyndham with? Who do you put Harmon with? You put Harmon and Brooks Koepka together,
Oh, that'd be good.
and they could just flick the world off.
So mad all day.
But yeah, I don't think you can go
That'd
wrong.
be like
I like our
like
squad.
twins,
Right?
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny
I
DeVito.
just
That team, I don't know. I like that team.
I think right now
Harmon is gonna crush
no
it,
extra
I
live
believe.
guys are going to get selected.
Yeah.
And then I think you leave off Morikawa, Burns, and McCarthy. And then there you go.
You leave off Morikawa, Burns, and McCarthy, and you're taking Justin and
That,
Spieth.
that's obviously like the
Yeah.
popular.
So you're
pick.
taking Keegan.
You went
I would
chalk.
take in a heartbeat. I
You
would
took
take
all the
Yeah, he's
number
an
1
animal.
seeds in the March Madness.
I basically did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
All
no,
chalk.
no, you
No
know what?
up-
I
no
would take.
upsets. Good one.
I'm with Tron here. I would take. I'd take Denny.
All right, yeah. It was just for that last pick, but he would have. I'm sure he has Burns and Morikawa in there too. So
I think the European team should take who's not on this list is the new kid, Ludwig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got to take them.
Just to give him a-
They need the
No,
juice on their team.
They need him.
it.
They need to get him in the mix early at home. I think, and
I don't think so. He's played pretty solid, but
Well,
I'm not saying it would
He's
be
going to be
shocking
on the
if
team in the next one, don't you think?
100%.
Yeah.
So let's get him exposed.
I'm just looking through I can't think of who left for live. From
Is Luke
Europe,
gonna- is
And I'm
Luke-
looking at all the Europeans that
Is
are over there.
Sergio?
Like, I don't really see any other than that. The veterans. It's not like they lost any of their stars from Europe to.
But
to
also,
live.
how good are their veterans playing right now?
Not- yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's like Dustin on the live.
They'd be like
Dustin
vice
hasn't-
captains.
I mean, maybe I'm missing something here, but I know
Yeah.
I know he played bad at the British. There's only so many spots those guys can earn points too, so it's like those weeks are huge for them.
I just don't think they're going to pick him because they haven't played against the tour guys. It's too hard to compare. You know, Taylor Gooch puts up a big argument, but
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's played.
I'm not saying he shouldn't get picked. I'm just saying he won't get picked.
Do you
Yeah.
think there's been any communication between Taylor and Zach Johnson?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Maybe when he was winning, he was won a couple.
Because you have to get fit.
Okay, so if he
You have
wins
to get fitted.
Bedminster,
Okay, you have to get fitted for the uniforms. All right, you do.
Well, that's-
I
that's
got
3
fucking
weeks away.
fitted one year. All right, I did
Hell
at,
yeah.
at Memorial. All right?
what sort of size were we running then? We're like large, medium, like what were we?
Right in between.
March.
34 waist.
What?
I'm always there, bro.
Okay.
But
a medium.
these guys, no. Like it's a thing. You have like it's a you're wearing team uniforms. Do you think Taylor Gooch has been fitted for his uniform?
I think
Just in
Yeah,
case.
or-
I think he
All
told
right.
him his sizes, and we'll cross that bridge later if it happens.
We'll call Mal Baker. We'll get confirmation from Taylor's caddy.
It would be cool if
Oh,
Zach,
shit.
if Zach didn't take the easy way out and just ruffled some feathers.
It's
I
such
think
an
it
easy
is.
move.
I don't
to
see
just
it
go
happening.
chalk like you
Yeah.
just did.
Well, think about it. What if
The decision's made on
what if
paper.
Brooks falls out of the top 6? He's gonna pick Brooks.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, the major winners get.
he wants to win. I don't think you want
the
to.
major winners get preferences too on this,
Yeah.
which so they should.
It's wild to see Will Zalatoris
That's what I
still
was just
showing up
going
at
to.
17, and he hadn't touched a
I
club
know.
all year.
I know.
And how is Finau? He's behind Zalatoris.
That's weird to me, man.
Yeah,
What-
I don't understand the
I don't
Finau.
trust these ratings.
Oh, it's conspiracy
What's
theorist.
going on here?
What website did we get this from, Drew? CNN?
Ryder Cup.
What's going on here?
ESPN's same thing.
ESPN.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
All right, what else do we got?
Let's pivot. I want to talk about Tyson's year a little bit. I mean, you're one of our first interviews last year, and it's just been a whirlwind. Really hadn't seen you too much except for the Florida swing and
Yeah.
what you got, on the docket for this fall. We're going into the first ever, I guess, new schedule. Do things just pick up right back off where they like last year, or
No, the money list keeps going.
Yeah, so
Points.
this year is like a year and a half schedule, and then the following 24 will be 12 months.
Which is how it was forever.
Yeah,
Even
right.
after,
So we're going back to what it used to be.
even post FedEx Cup, we would come back and play the fall series, and
Yeah.
Disney would be the top 125.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got a couple weeks off, and we start back up in Napa, and then we go to Sea Island, and then after Sea Island, that's when the top 125. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind. I had the good finish in Houston early in the year and was making some cuts, and then kind of hit a dry spill in the middle of the year. But I do feel like my game is kind of getting back to where it should be. And now I get to take a break.
yeah.
And then we'll get back after it. in
What you
Napa.
gonna do for a break? You gonna take a vacay, or you?
I'm actually going to Jackson Hole right before Napa.
Yes.
I've never
Solid.
been. I'm incorporating some golf into it.
Little mountain air.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. But I might do something else. I don't know yet.
I'm jealous. I mean, little Indian summer out there in
Yeah.
Jackson Hole. I've never been to.
Everyone talks
to
about
Wyoming.
it. Yeah.
I've never been to Wyoming or anywhere out that way, North Dakota. Like
I've
need to
flown
get out
over
there.
the Tetons though.
Is it
Yeah.
is it pretty hectic out there amongst players right now with just all the uncertainty, like with where the tour's going? I mean, we just had an exec resign. It's weird right now.
Yeah.
Are guys just kind of like
There's
tired of
there's
it?
always there's both. There's the guys that can't get enough of it that just will talk to anybody about it on the range.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
go 3 spots down from them. And then there's the other guys that are kind of just over the BS and just kind of want to, like, I don't know what's going on. We're just
Yeah.
going to play golf and hopefully make a bunch of money. And
From an
Just-
outsider who has played, years ago played, I can't imagine why anyone would care. The macro is you guys are going to be looked after
Yeah.
one way or another. Who cares? I feel like it's a huge distraction to keep
Yeah.
talking about. Even though going back, I probably would have been one of those guys. I'm extroverted.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You would be
Talk
one of
about
those
it.
guys.
holding court.
But that's maybe half the reason I didn't fully out to my full potential, because I used to get too interested. I would stand up at meetings, and now I'm like,
Yeah.
these guys standing up at meetings are fucking idiots. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to be taken care of. Just let the people who have degrees and business, that should let them take care of it. Just because you finished third 7 weeks ago
Right.
doesn't mean you know how to run a company.
Dude, that is
so-
totally right. We had that meeting in the big meeting in Canada.
Oh,
And it amazes me how all of a sudden we all become businessmen in that meeting, and we all have it figured out. And like, I'm just sitting there, just eyes wide open, just taking it all in. but everybody thinks that they're the commissioner of the PGA
But
Tour.
Jeff
and
Ogilvy
then they can figure it out.
So
And
you
I'm
would
like,
think Jeff Ogilvy's one of the smarter tour players, right? His interview was perfect after it. He's like, look, I don't pertain to know as much as they do. I trust they're smart.
Yeah.
We don't know anything, but, we'll see. Just let it take its course.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who are, I'm not going to mention names, are up there like,
yeah.
Say names.
Hey, are the Australian women? I know the women's World Cup's down in Australia right now. Are the women Australia women?
It's interesting segue.
Are they still
Yes,
alive?
They are.
Yeah,
still
they are.
alive.
They are.
Yeah.
That's sick. What about
Playing
New Zealand?
France on Saturday. New Zealand's out.
What channel?
I don't know. Probably ESPN.
I think I was in the gym today, and I think they were they playing today, right?
I think it's 2 and 2 on the same day, so it must be maybe it's Saturday morning here, so Friday morning. I don't know.
How did we get into
Maybe
women's
tomorrow.
soccer? We were just talking. I was gonna say
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
got to
sorry.
be a lot of butt hurt around guys that were given offers and stayed loyal. So I think that's got to be the sting right there, is to see other guys walking around with an inflated bank account and
That was their
you turned
decision.
it down to be loyal.
They
and-
had the decision.
Exactly.
Right.
They had the
That's-
choice.
So that's on them. That's why they're hanging on to it, man. There's just an emotional connection of just having the rug pulled out. From
The
under
only
you.
ones that are whining about that are the ones that are in that micro mind state.
But
There's-
even some of the bigger guys, you know,
Ron, you don't hear Rom whining about it.
But I've heard
No.
like Cantley, and I can understand that, right? I can understand it. But look, the purses are bigger this year. They're going to be bigger next year. The Saudis going to have the money. You're going to be playing for a lot of money for a lot of years. It's going to filter out. You didn't take the money you could have.
I think if you were over 35 years old and you were given an offer, that would have been one of the easiest offers to ever accept.
And look, and the tour ended up getting to a point where they had no choice. I think we said this in the last podcast. I feel like I'm saying the same thing, but Monahan had to do it. There was lawsuit costs.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why, and I don't know. He's a legendary dude. Does he have to tell these guys who are pointing fingers? Are they not smart enough? Like, guys, we had no other option. We're running out of money.
Right.
Maybe there's secrets in the vault that could, like, whatever. It's going to be fine. Just relax. The macro is going to be fine. We've got to work the micro out. Just take a chill.
I love y'all's corporate speak with micro and macro.
Did you?
Okay, big and small.
What was
big and
the?
little.
What was the? Yeah. What was the rabbit hole you were going down last night?
I just was tired. I was going to bed. I was looking up the Luke Combs stuff. Luke Combs stuff with the Trade Shaper song. I just hadn't heard a full version of it live. And then somehow the next video came up was Carpool Karaoke. And I was into those, the first 7 or 8 they did, the Bieber. And I was like, I haven't seen the rest because he stopped doing it, James Corden.
Yeah.
So I went down the rabbit hole of the ones I hadn't seen. And it was just awesome. Celine Dion, Pink. I like female vocals.
Celine Dion.
I've seen Celine Dion in Vegas.
Really?
Her one was good. She might have been on something doing that.
How old
Karaoke,
is Celine Dion now?
she's got good pipes.
She's
though.
not old, and I think she's had to retire.
She's not old?
She just had some kind of crazy illness hit.
Yeah.
COVID?
A vocal thing, right?
And, it could have been a
Speaking of that,
I
I do want to talk about this. I know you cut me off on the women's soccer. But I want to
Sorry.
talk. I want to talk about women. I want to talk about COVID right now.
Oh, boy.
I am convinced. I got the original jab and the
second
booster
round.
Same.
because to play certain events
'Cause you had to.
You had to get them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
So you got a
forced to
third
do that.
shot?
No, it's
You
two.
got the two jabber. I just got the one jabber. Jabba the Hutt.
I am convinced. I'm not in like sick shape right now, but I'm not a fatty right now at all. And my cardio, but like the
Toast.
depthness of my breaths.
But you are 2 years older at a
I don't
pivotal
give a
age.
crap. Stop it. It's nuts how it's been cut in half, dude.
How easily you get out of breath.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's been cut in half.
Nasal breathing.
I'm gonna say
No chance.
I'm gonna say it has nothing to do with
That
my
damn booster
lifestyle
gotcha.
or it's
Nothing
all
to do
the
with
shot.
it. It's the damn booster.
There's booster seats.
Tell me I'm not alone. Tell me I'm not
No,
alone.
like it could be. It could be COVID. This is my conspiracy
I
theory.
think it can trigger some things.
So all this stuff that's happened, LeBron's son, all
Yes.
this stuff, right?
That was
so.
wild.
People are going, oh, it's the COVID, it's the immunization shot or whatever. But it could be COVID. But there's enough data. Every time you go into a hospital or whatever now, it's like, have you had your shots? have you had COVID? So there's 2 questions that get asked, and from those 2 questions, they could easily have the data. Is it COVID or is it the shot? And we're hearing nothing. So that's makes me think it's the shot. Because if it was to support that it's actually the COVID, there's all these guys that hadn't had the shot that had COVID that are having heart issues. It would be all the way out there. They want to put out the justification for the shot.
Yeah.
Haven't heard a thing.
I think we're going to be
That
hearing
data
more
is
and more.
so easy.
Yeah, we're not too
I
far
want to
removed
hear.
from
I
it.
want to hear what LeBron has to say about it eventually.
He's been pretty quiet about it.
He'll talk eventually about it.
Two kids on that team
That's
apparently
scary.
in
Have
the
gone
last
down.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe the coach is just
Well,
running wild.
Actually, this is not nothing to go, but there's a study just came out from somewhere in Scandinavia that 1 in 35 are having heart issues with the shots. So I don't know if America's doing these tests or not, and I do go one way. My Dr. Travis, my buddy, brings me back.
We're not doing those studies. We're making another shot to give to the people to fix what you already got.
You need to have a shot to fix the shot.
Yes.
That's what you do. A shot to fix the shot.
There's more money in the prevention
Yeah.
than the cure.
and the
so.
copay. Ah!
Speaking of getting paid, Johnny Manziel.
Oh my gosh, how good was that?
Thank I'm watching
thank
it tomorrow
you,
morning.
Netflix. Thank you,
Oh.
Matt, for saying that it was on. I would have never found it.
Tomorrow morning at a 6:30 flight. That's what I'll be watching.
Watched it
Can't
with my
wait.
son last night.
That was
and
so good.
holy cow! I had
He's a
no
maniac.
idea like the national media was repeating the narrative that they created that his family was wealthy.
Yeah.
No, it comes from some oil money, and
How
it's
did
like,
they not investigate that and figure that
it was
out?
so
Yeah.
lazy.
Right.
I'm
In
listening
the
to a
world
sheep
of
right
shows.
now.
We live in a world of sheep. That's how.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the Patrick Best David or whatever,
Yeah.
his podcast with Chris Cuomo. I'm listening to it right now. That's it. The media are criminals. They don't give one shit. They just post one little thing and
About the
runs it.
truth.
Yeah, they don't care the truth.
Yeah.
Little bits and pieces of it.
No.
There were so many little parts in that it wasn't about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Longer.
That just
Yeah.
blew right, like they blew right over it, and I'm sitting there with my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
Like what? Like and Johnny. I mean, this guy was an animal. For me, my stuff never got like that, but the self-sabotage, I can totally relate to that, and that's all he was doing, man. It was
Once he
pure.
got to the
He had
league.
plenty of people looking after him, plenty of people with his best interest in mind. It just didn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like he was like, nope, I'm gonna do it this way.
That's got to be nature, not nurture. That's got to come from your cells or
And
something.
he was so damn good. So good in college. too.
Zero,
I mean,
zero
How do you think
film.
the negotiation went
I
with to
mean,
make the Netflix
did
series?
nothing.
Did Johnny make some
The
money? out of this?
the pro workout for the Browns, where
Yeah.
the receivers got him and the receivers got too drunk the night. I know I'm gonna spoil a little of this for you, Aaron, but it's the podcast. The receivers and Johnny got hammered the night before. Okay, they show up the next day. Receivers nowhere to be found. Browns are there. His agent's like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?" He's like, "I got this." His agent and his best friend catch passes
ran
for him
routes.
at
Ran
the
routes.
pro
Oh
day.
my god!
Like
at the pro
how
day.
if you're the pro team, I mean, how can you judge that day? Like, oh, he threw a slant to his.
They ended
buddy.
up drafting him.
the Browns. What
Is
a-
the
what
media
a
ended up drafting
indictment.
him.
Is the media
Like-
there for that?
Yes,
No, that was a closed one.
Oh, it was
that
closed?
was a private one.
they ended up drafting him though.
Yeah.
He said he looked good.
But they go through the whole draft day, and he's sitting there, and it talks about the Jags taking Bortles because we were ready to. I remember this with you guys.
You
I was
wanted
all
him.
in on Manziel.
The boat.
You
What?
wanted
I
us
was.
back.
Oh my
Jeez.
god! At the time, I was like, hell yeah, dude. The Jags were mud. It's like I don't care if this guy's good or not. He's going to bring attention to the Jags at least.
We
Yeah.
got the boat. I mean, that
You know
was
what
a
I
fun
think
ride.
the NFL teams don't do, which I think I bring this up all the time. Player, caddy, player, agent. They should be doing like a 200 or 100 question personality test.
Oh, they
So
do.
if Johnny
that.
Manziel,
They do
oh,
that.
dude, how do you know? What were they cheating in the personality test?
Well, I think over time, like
The
I mean, I just think
organization,
over
though.
time, like drugs and booze, they can totally mess with your wires.
What are you talking about, booze? Nothing wrong with it.
Well, whatever.
You know,
But I think over time it can mess with your wires. He did get diagnosed as bipolar later on and stuff like that. But
I've been told I'm bipolar.
mm-hmm.
Similar.
I think it's a compliment.
2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Hey.
But isn't there another one coming out? I saw after it said August 15th. Like more. There's another.
There's a Florida one coming out later.
Oh yeah.
Later this month.
Oh hell yeah!
I wonder how good that's going to be. Did you notice Kevin Summerlin was not in that last night? That was weird to me.
So Sumlin,
Where is he
He
now?
might be part of the problem.
Is it
with Johnny
because?
Manziel
Is it
as well.
because? Do you think that's why?
Who
It's
is
because
he?
he's
A
still
football
involved with the
agent?
NCAA. He probably doesn't.
I don't know. I think
'Cause
I'm
Kingsbury-
just speculating, but Sumlin
Kingsbury-
was a pretty bad drunk, and he
Dude.
had some problems there. At,
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Kingsbury was awesome in it too. Like he was, you could tell he didn't. He was spitting truth. It
Oh
was
my
like,
God, he was like, "Hey, you're hungover, but you better ball tonight."
You better
Yeah.
play good.
Yeah, and he did. He did.
See, yeah, I think those guys were
like the,
encouragers for sure. in
Yeah,
college
like,
for a while.
hey, if you can get away with it,
The
all right,
John
go
Daly
for
of
it.
the NFL.
I also think Cliff probably kind of lived
Loved
that way
it.
a little bit too.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury
we've
didn't-
seen
Cliff?
We've seen your action,
I
buddy.
love.
Hey,
Cliff
didn't he?
Kingsbury.
He was
Wasn't he
with the-
dating the golf chick?
Holly.
Holly Saunders.
Holly
Before she
Saunders.
went, like, actually no, it wasn't before. It was probably
I
right
think it was
around.
during.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
She
She
was
was
married to
really
Oscar De La
spoiled.
Hoya.
No.
Yes.
Stop.
Dude,
Yeah.
she's been with him for like 2 years.
I think she has like a tattoo of his face or something like that.
She's
I
been
remember
in
one
Vegas
time
for
in
a while.
first time I ever saw her was
Isn't she OnlyFans or something?
I don't know.
for sure, probably.
I don't know. Is she Scott? First time I ever saw her
Yes.
it was Tigers tournament in DC. I was staying at wherever I was staying. And I was going downstairs to get like some water and snacks for the night, and I get back in the elevator and it was
Munchies.
her and Eric Cilius.
Oh,
The-
God.
Oh, remember
yeah,
him?
that was the first.
I used to
elevator.
listen to some of his stuff. I thought he had some good takes.
Really?
Yeah, it was
I
sort of
used to
decent.
love it. Yeah, I
Mm.
liked them a lot. Were they making out in the elevator?
Oh yeah. Heavy petting.
Nice.
It
Nice.
was kind of awkward.
I remember her up close.
Yeah, look, she has Oscar De La Hoya on her back.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
Oh, that's a terrible. Remember Lee Trevino? One of the first ever golf magazines I ever bought was like Tips from the Pros.
Yeah.
And Lee Trevino has this tattoo here of his
Oh my
ex-wife,
God.
and he like he used to put a band-aid over it. It was like his wife's name was Anne.
No way.
But what happens when that doesn't work out? Because
Are
you know that's
they-
not going
wait,
to work
they're
out eventually.
still married?
Yeah, then I got photos.
The De La Hoya's the man.
She's
by the
probably
way.
got plans
I've
for
seen
the
she-
tattoo
She
if
legit,
it doesn't work
she
out.
legit looks like an alien right there. But
Some of these chicks.
we do
like-
have aliens.
Look,
now.
I'm no
Yeah,
oil
we do.
painting here, but some of these chicks just go way too far with the duck lips.
The
It's like,
needle-
You're trying to look like a duck?
I think the needle's not your friend in the long run.
No way.
No, that was you get
My wife
addicted
uses
to
these
it.
fine line.
these
Stop.
band-aids on
Yeah.
her head. They're called. She puts them on every night, and it's like the natural way to do it. Frownies.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to like rebrand because Frownies is a shit name. We should.
What?
It's $1 billion idea.
What is it?
So basically, like those thick.
Is it like
Band-Aids.
she's just globbing Vaseline on her
No,
face?
no,
at
they're
night?
like band-aids, so you don't like squint or
I know
put
what you're
lines
talking
in your
about.
face.
Yeah.
Oh.
They are
You
getting
leave them in the
commercials now.
refrigerator, don't you?
No, just pull them out of the packet. It's like you're putting bandages on your head.
It's a high maintenance
Yeah, it takes a while.
situation.
Glad I'm a dude.
Amen.
Me too.
I'm starting to look old though.
How old are you? 40?
41. I'm starting to look older than that. I'm getting like the golfer neck.
Yeah.
The old wrinkle neck.
Oh, that's crazy. Senior tour neck.
Spend a lot of time out in the sun.
But
What'd you think of that chip shot Justin Thomas hit last week on the last hole?
I didn't watch any. I
Oh.
was traveling.
Kind of got hosed.
I mean,
I mean, for knowing you had to make it,
Yeah, it
that
was
was
great.
pretty freaking
if
good.
the pin wasn't in, it probably would have gone in maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's ready. He's ready for the Ryder Cup. I'm not by no means on the JT cheering squad here. I just think that the guy's very, very good, and he's going to get it back at some
Especially
stage.
in team golf.
He's
hard
not-
to leave
yeah.
him off.
I mean, it's a totally different
I think it's a
animal.
cool debate though, because it's not like he
Come-
definitely should. I'm not saying he's 100% should be on the team. I just think that he's.
And he barely
55%.
missed. I mean, it's not like he's way down the list. And just,
I got something. So
What
thank
you got?
you.
I was playing with Jason Gore the other day. He moved here because he took a job with the tour. He's out at Pablo now.
Yeah, we've had him on the podcast.
yeah.
it happened. It happened last week, right?
Okay. No, listen. No, I did. I played with him last week.
Speaking
And-
of that, Andy Pazder should address it. One of my all-time favorite humans at the PGA Tour. Sad
Yeah.
to see him leave.
yeah, it sucks.
No one really knows the details, but look, comment on the man. He was a
Yeah,
He's a
he's
straight-
always
straight-
he always
straight
was
shooter.
fair to me.
absolute
Plenty
10
of
to me.
times to,
Yeah.
What was his role?
he was the guy basically under Jay, disciplinary stuff.
Oh, so always fair. to you.
yeah. I mean,
So Matt had
he
Matt,
signed
Matt,
his name on under all my fines.
Matt had him on speed dial.
He has an office next to him.
Yeah, I haven't done anything. I haven't.
Yeah,
played
he-
on tour
but
for
he
11
wa-
years. He's still been great to me. Helped me out when I needed stuff. An absolute ace.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I was playing with Gore, and it got brought. The other two guys we were playing with, Gore's turning 50 this year, but it got brought up the age of the senior tour.
Moving?
Okay.
Champions Tour.
Yeah, potentially moving at
They've
some,
been talking about
at
this
some
for
point.
years,
It's been talked about for years. But how many guys out of the top 70 that qualify for the playoffs are over the age of 40?
Ooh, good question.
Lucas Glover.
Lucas Glover.
This is
I'm going
this
to go
is
with
Out of the top 70,
out of the top
that
70.
are 40 or over.
Yes.
4.
Golly.
4. I got to go higher.
What do you think?
Well, Lucas qualified.
Yeah.
That's my one.
One. You got 69 more to go.
But it brings up a hell of a point, dude. I mean, it's just the game has gotten
Young.
it's so young now.
So young.
You said the like Stuart Sink.
Do you
I
know
thought
the
that was
answer?
so
I know the
underrated.
answer.
His run that he made a couple of years ago.
I
but
played with him in Minnesota, and he says that he doesn't like playing Champions Tour events because he doesn't want to get used to the, they're not made for him and his
Sure.
length,
Yeah.
and so he's like, I'm gonna keep playing out here as long
Stuart
as I
Sink's a
can.
legend.
So it's that. All right, let me understand this.
Jeez.
That made the playoffs.
That are in the top. Yes. That
Oh,
made
okay.
the playoffs.
Okay.
Top 70.
I say under that.
Oh, I said 4, I
It's,
guess.
it's 3. And Lucas is one, obviously it would have been 2 if Lucas didn't win.
Who are the other 2, 3?
It was Mac. I
Yeah.
say Kuchar.
Yeah.
Kuchar. Yeah.
Kuchar.
Kuchar.
I like how you say
Yeah.
Cooch.
easy names differently.
Say Cooch.
Like Avery.
Yeah, sure.
My mom calls him Matt Avery.
Like,
I'm
why are
like,
you dressing
Mom,
this up? It's spelled
you
like
mess it up
sounds.
every
Yeah.
time. Like, that should be easy to remember.
Yeah,
Pardon the
Cooch
pun.
and then
Steve
So like,
Avery.
every's not a
There
common
was-
word that is used every day.
and
Yeah.
Justin Rose.
All right, that's
So
crazy.
Cooch, Justin Rose, and Glover. If he doesn't get a Hail Mary
It's 2.
at Wyndham,
Yeah.
there's 2 guys
I know
Yeah.
last year.
So
the
they could
s-
rebrand.
over the age of 40,
So-
dude. 40.
But
That's
last
what they should do with Liv. Is just rebrand it as if they're going to be part of the tour.
so last year the 2
this
oldest
is your
winners.
35 and over tour.
Last year the 2 oldest winners was Ches at the opposite of field event at Tahoe or Truckee, and then Luke List at like 38 or 37 and 11 months was the second oldest
Wow.
Jeez.
winner. It is different. Remember they say you didn't come into your
Mid 30s.
Mid 30s.
Yes. Like when we were coming
Mid
out of
30s
school.
in the fucking graveyard.
Yeah, mid 30s.
Dig
Yeah,
in your
right.
hole.
Phil didn't win his first major till he was 34.
Nah,
I mean,
look.
you could always lean back on that, and then he just went off on a tear. But
I don't think you generalize either. Like Stuart Sink still hits the freaking mile and was won twice at
Yeah.
48. Like the guys are. That's Aaron Baddeley. I keep saying we do the PGA Tour live. Keeps up and back, but he's 42. That dude's like 30. He's an animal. Like he works out. He's he does everything.
Every
religiously.
time, I mean, he has a kid every time he has sex, basically.
I think they're at 7. But he's going to be able to play really well.
They
at
were
45.
all out there at somewhere in Minnesota running around.
That's
They
the
all
best.
got the same
Long
hair
hair.
As him.
Oh my god. Yeah.
dude, his hair is epic.
Yeah.
He's
Fabio.
the PGA Tour version of Hanson 20
I have
years ago. The band.
a memory of Aaron Baddeley it's my first ever memory of him. It was Champions Gate when they first opened in Orlando. Ledbetter had his academy there, and he was over from Australia.
He's a ball
He was
striker.
probably like, at the time, he was probably 15 or 16 years old because I'm a few years younger than him.
James O beat him in the US
And
Junior.
he had these shorts on. They were like 5-inch short. I mean, they were 8 inches above the knee,
They're
dude.
probably football shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
AFL
It was before his
shorts.
time.
Just striping 5 irons in the back of Champions Gate, and there was nothing but orange
Daisy
groves there. It was,
Dukes.
in watermelon fields. There was nothing there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so those shorts, we have an AFL team here, the Jacksonville Saints, little
Hmm.
promo. You can come. Sunday mornings we train. I wear
Do you
those
have
little
to be
shorts.
Australian to play on it?
No.
I
Actually,
want to play.
When you play, you're only allowed to have half the team can be foreign or Australian. So we need Americans. Come on.
Do you?
Yeah.
But your
San
cardio is
Marco.
bad because of the shot.
I
don't
get it up.
Pass
I
the
don't
ball.
think I don't want you going down out there.
Can pass
You
the
guys should
ball.
all come. It's Sunday mornings just trainings. We have a game at the end of this month, a Metro game.
Where at?
It's in whatever that park is in San Marco there.
Where are like your road games at?
So there's one in Savannah, I think next month.
How big
They
of a
went to
field?
Baton
How
Rouge.
big of a field is that?
Field's
to be?
big. It's like probably 170 yards by 80 yards or 100 yards wide.
Jeez.
It's an oval.
Oh my
Are
god.
there just
Australian
Where?
rules for
units
San Marco.
that you play
There's an
against?
American who plays in Australia and he's really good, Mason Cox.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's only like American that plays down there. But the US AFL is quite big here. There's teams in every city basically, and the Nationals are in Sarasota in October.
Can you wait?
I played 4 years ago when I was there. I'm hopeless, but I know how to play. But some of the Americans don't. So
Yeah, you got a leg up there.
I got a leg up that I actually know how to kick and catch and stuff. So
Whatever happened to we have like the Rabbitohs?
they played here. Yeah, they're going to play in Vegas in you guys should get March, the first round of the NRL, which is different rugby league.
Is it Russell Crowe's team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hugh Jackman has something to do with Manly, another team. They're going to be 2 of the 4 teams who are going to play in Vegas doubleheader. And I think the first weekend in March, little golf trip.
Russell Crowe.
Just so much knowledge coming out over here.
Yeah, but it's useless. Makes me no money. Russell Crowe's the man. Gladiator's second best movie ever.
What's first? Shawshank.
Shawshank.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm pretty down the line.
Clearly, you've never seen Along Came Bali.
I have seen that.
Okay.
That's great.
Rain Man.
Right? Yeah, that's the scene.
I watched
think.
on the way out to California about a couple of good movies. That 13 Lives. Obviously, you know
What's
the story about the 13 kids trapped in the cave in Thailand.
Oh yeah.
That's
a good
heavy,
one.
very heavy movie.
Yeah.
And then the Nike movie, Air, awesome.
Great movie.
You couldn't really mess that movie up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But I thought I did a great job by the characters.
Yeah.
I like
the guy
how they
didn't-
never.
The guy didn't take shit from Phil Knight. It was
Yeah.
really good. Matt Damon and
MJ never said a
Yeah.
word the entire.
Yeah.
Like they just silhouette him in the background. I
on the
like how they did
phone.
that.
There's only time he talks. But what a cool Michael Jordan's mum. Like I know that story, but like all these athletes that have a revenue sharing deal, like she should be.
Mm-hmm.
She's like the
Pioneer of it.
well, like the Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, who formed the framework for the PGA Tour. What it is, she, it was going to happen eventually, like anything. But that's amazing.
She was way ahead of the time.
Yeah, but everybody.
What about
you think
the-
that your
the-
kid's special, and then all of a sudden, like you believe it.
Yeah.
So Michael Jordan hasn't played in the NBA for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
They said estimated he still makes $400 million a year from that deal. So he probably gets like $10 a shoe or something.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I don't know if it's Ricky Fowler has a revenue sharing deal with the Flat Bill Puma hats.
Does he really?
So whenever you see one of those,
I feel like those
maybe
have
20
tapered.
cents.
Those have tapered off big time.
I don't give a shit.
No, I know,
They
but
were
there was a
very popular.
time where it was ridiculous.
Everybody-
dude.
Good
You
for
had
him.
grown
Good for Sam
men wearing
McNaughton.
those.
Like,
Yeah.
why not? If you bring something that wasn't already there, the Nike Air shoe wasn't there, the flat bill hat wasn't there. Ricky was wearing the flat bill hat. What is fair is that
Yeah.
Ricky got a revenue sharing, and I think I could be wrong, but I heard he did, and that's good. He should.
What about Greg Norman's brand? Like that's been sold
I
probably a
don't-
few times from it's.
I
Yeah,
don't know
he's
anything about that.
nothing to do with it as far as.
He
what
must
I've
something
heard.
because he still wears it. Otherwise,
I
he
was at
wouldn't
a
wear it.
trade show in Hilton Head.
He
this
still
week,
wears it.
and
He still wears
they
it.
had a
Well,
booth.
maybe he doesn't.
I mean, people were walking up from pro shops to write orders with Greg Norman. It blows me away that
Yeah.
that's still a thing.
It's like Foster's.
That's a great.
I think like
comparison.
Labatt, the Canadian Brewing Company, bought Foster's. Like
I mean, think if they
30 years
if
ago.
they changed it to like the Shark Collection, because when that logo came out, man,
Yeah.
wasn't that the coolest thing in golf? The
Oh, yeah.
straw hat.
I think I had a straw hat when I was a kid.
Yeah, we all looked terrible in it, but we wore it.
What a character he was! I just
Yeah.
him and Tiger, the only two people I've ever looked at and didn't actually look real. They look like a wax museum. They look fake. You just because
They're
Yeah.
icons.
perception. It's
Yeah.
because you
You're-
idolize these
yeah.
people.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that.
It's like
Remember.
seeing Michael Jackson in person.
Yeah, they don't look.
You're real?
Greg.
I
Greg
thought you were gonna
Norman
say
will
Michael Jordan.
always- he will always remind me of him and Rod Stewart. Like I feel like they're the same person. A little bit.
That's cool. Rod
Yeah,
Stewart. I like that.
The hair. It gets a
And
good
it's got to be
comparison.
what it is.
My in-laws love Rod Stewart.
Really, I do too. My dad was obsessed with Rod Stewart growing up.
He's
Now I've got his songs in my head right
Serious
now.
alpha legend. Rachel
Yeah.
Hunter.
Young
He probably
Turks.
got
Rachel-
great song. He probably got so sick of it he went the other way. Rod.
Oh, I got a theory on that.
What?
A weird theory.
Let's hear it.
Like these guys, like Rod Stewart, David Beckham, like 10, 10, 10, 10. Wouldn't it get boring? I swear they go and go,
It's like-
I need a 300-pound ugly chick with red hair and zits. I need something different tonight.
If you have filet mignon every night.
Or dudes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dudes, I don't know. Like they,
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine. I don't want to, so I'm happily married, but it's got to affect your brain just getting the filet for breakfast, the filet for lunch, the filet for dinner. Every now and then you just want some street tacos.
Yeah. Jeez. Some street meat.
We'll have to edit this out.
No way. No way. We're allowed to say this.
Another, I wanted to bring up.
I want to go back and talk to Tyson, our guest in a minute. Today.
I had it written down. We hadn't talked about Billy yet, but the playoff beard, the push. I was really proud of our boy making a run there at the end. Just came up short.
What he needed to? Did he need to win to get in?
Pretty much needed to win.
I
or
think
finish
solo
second.
Yeah.
So he had a really good look. Yeah, just putting himself in that position is impressive enough to knowing you have to do it, and then having a look there on the back nine on Sunday is pretty impressive.
Well, just the way he bared his soul earlier this summer, like he had a breaking point, and he went home and
he won't be totally disappointed because that's the thing too. So
he's fine. I talked to him yesterday. He's in the fucking Bahamas right now.
But what I'm saying is he's okay.
Chill.
Yeah. What was making him so anxious?
Concerned.
No, but I want to talk to Tyson about this. What was making him so anxious? Like you go through these waves at a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, slumps, whatever. You feel like you may never get the mojo back. He now knows he's got the mojo back. He's good.
Yeah.
He'll make decisions differently this week in the Bahamas that he would have if he didn't play well the last 2 weeks. It's this constant thing that's in the back of your brain.
His mind is at ease now.
Yeah, but you've played start off your tour career amazing, and then you're trying to hit these moving targets, and they're constantly moving. You're throwing, you're missing. It's
weird too, because like during my little slump, like you'll miss cuts sometimes when you're playing kind of solid, and then you'll miss some where you were awful. But then it kind of builds and builds, and next thing you know, you're like, shit, I've missed 3 straight cuts, 4 straight cuts. You're like, shit, but like some of those weren't bad missed cuts,
Some ones you could have made the cut.
Yeah.
Got a good break Saturday morning,
weekend,
and you shoot 6 under. The difference between even par and 6 under is so small.
The talent gap is just so small. So like you make a cut on the number, you go out early on Saturday and shoot something, and it can be a great week, but you got to make the cut.
But Charlie Wee penned some sort of article at the end of his tour careers now, senior tour, about like living with stress. Like, so when you're trying to moving targets, stressful. When you're playing well, it's stressful because you got to play well. I'm not saying it's a reason to not play. It's the reason why we do play.
What do you think about Billy?
But it's something that can't be conveyed to most of the audience.
What do you think about the beard?
Yeah, it's fine.
That had to be hot and
it was thick.
Wyndham.
It was thick too.
I'm shocked.
That's like one of the hottest tournaments of the year.
Never seen him with facial hair.
It wasn't.
This year was good.
It was because everyone always talks about how that's the hottest range in the world, and I got there and I'm like, this is
cold.
This wasn't that bad
it was
at all.
70 degrees on Thursday when I was watching.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The year I caddied for you, we had 2 days where it was overcast and it was nice.
God, I remember. That's like a 3 shirt a day tournament.
Yeah.
For me.
It comes out of the ground though. It gets really.
That week I caddied for you,
moist.
I think you had a not an altercation, but a conversation with the rules official on like the 3rd hole.
3rd hole of the tournament.
Just getting fired up.
Really?
It was so slow. What are we doing out here?
Oh, gosh.
It was great. And I was like, hey, calm down, because I'm like,
I remember I made a
manager.
2 on 4 that year. You remember that?
Yeah,
That back left pin?
that's right. And you're like, no, I need this. When it's
2 on
slow,
4.
I need something to get me going. I'm like, oh.
I do. If it's slow, you get lulled to sleep out there, and then it's just
You
like
make a bet. Yeah.
the whole day. I needed to get fired up, so then you just call these easy targets over. These officials playing, Minecraft on their phone in the trees, and ask them what they're doing because it's
Stephen
not their
Cox.
job.
We got warned the
Steven.
other day on. We got warned the other day on 16 walking off the tee in Minnesota. It was a drivable hole.
Yeah.
We get warned. Okay, there's 3 holes left in the golf
Yeah,
tournament.
it's pointless then.
And I look over. We get to the green, and I look over, and they're on the 17th green, the par 3. And I'm like, well, how far back could we have been? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes I don't understand it.
But I don't even want to talk about slow play.
Yeah, I've told stories
Stupid.
on here before. Some of the instances they tell you to do, and you're like, dude, I know you were at golf tournaments and you're sitting under the tree, but we play them. We are all day, every day. We know when you're on a U draw and you get to the 10th tee, and you can see the group on 11 fairway, who's the last group on the other side of the wave. You can slow down.
Yeah.
Don't come to me on 12 and put me on the clock. We can catch them in 1 hole if we want. We're choosing not to because that's the back end of the field.
Yeah.
And there's 2 par 5s coming up, which
Yeah.
you have to wait. I once bet a guy like $1,000. I won't mention his name. He's a nice guy, but he hadn't. I don't think he had tour golf experience. He didn't play.
A rules official.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, I bet you $1,000 we'll be waiting in 2 holes. Do you want to? And then, of course, everyone on earth, every player on earth knew in 2 holes time, and we were waiting.
That's
in
a
2
good
holes.
one.
Bet you should bet him. Say, okay, I bet you in 2 holes we have to wait.
I have to play on tour to do that now. And that's not happening.
Yeah, I don't get to do that in the member guests.
No. God, that'd be kind of cool if you could, though.
But no. All right, so you've got like 6 or 7 events.
Yeah.
There's 6 events in the fall.
Yeah, there's tons.
No, there's more than that. There's Napa.
Which I don't know why I don't look at the schedule and plan a trip out to Napa for.
Yeah.
for that.
I've never been.
That's a no-brainer.
We should go.
And there's a week open after and a week open.
I got a theory about
Pasatiempo,
Napa. I'll tell you after
Cow
the
Club.
podcast.
Okay.
There's a lot of good courses up there.
Okay.
This
You got a
can't-
story about Napa?
No, it's a theory.
Okay.
A theory?
Yes.
Wait.
It can't make it on here.
Oh man.
I know what it's gonna be about, but okay.
Does that have anything to do with wine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wine, women. All right, you got Napa, then Ryder Cup, which we're not playing. Sanderson Farms.
No.
Which
no.
you're not playing.
No, I'm
Which
not.
you're not playing. Sorry, Tyson.
I don't think so.
Me either.
But
Well,
Zach,
if Justin Thomas
if you-
gets injured,
if
man.
you need my number, Zach, yeah.
All right, so Napa, Sanderson Farms, Shriners.
Zozo.
Were you a chance of Zozo?
Yeah, I filled out a visa for it at
All right.
Wyndham, so
That's
that'd be
good.
kind of cool. Yeah.
Japan.
Worldwide Technologies in.
Let me know if you need a
Cabo.
cat.
A woman from Tokyo.
Hey, they're playing in Cabo.
Oh, great. song.
Yeah, that's Tiger's course, I think.
Diamante
That's
or
a new one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cabo,
Is,
November
that-
2 to
is
5.
there a Monday for that?
Maybe.
Is there a Monday in Cabo? For
Then you got Bermuda, then RSM to
Yeah.
finish out.
Yeah, so that's like 8 or something.
Let's
Yeah,
go to
it goes all the
Cabo.
way to November, mid-November, right?
A week before Thanksgiving.
And yeah.
And then start January 1. But I won't be in that event as well.
And he's
Dude,
got
they
the-
might
hopefully
not
I
be
will.
having that event.
Bullshit, you want.
Hopefully I will.
They
yeah.
might not be having that event.
What?
Maui is
because
like
the fires.
yeah.
not good right now.
Really? I haven't been
you-
paying attention.
I mean,
Oh, wow, yeah, there's a lot
It
of
is.
casualties.
I guess they had a
huge
hurricane
fires.
over there, and then it just sparked some fire, and it's just
Typhoons
out of
over
control.
there.
yeah.
And then it's really, really windy, and it blew towards the. Yeah.
that village that's like I think it's like 10 miles from the course, in between the airport and the tournament course. Is it Lahaina? I don't know. It's like burnt to a crisp, the whole thing.
Jeez.
Yeah. it's
Hey,
not
did you
good.
guys watch the quarterbacks thing?
Yes.
That was good
with
on Netflix.
Yeah.
who are the quarterbacks?
Mariota, Kirk Cousins, and Mahomes. I kind of like Kirk Cousins now.
Oh, huge.
Really?
Yeah.
Massive
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
nice
He's
how
so
they-
conservative. I looked up his last 3 contracts,
Yeah.
100 million between them.
God.
Conservative house, like the guys with the
he's
best
just like
values.
he's just kind of a big dork. That's
His wife
really good at
dresses him.
football.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
His wife
picks out his
dresses him.
outfits.
Yeah.
And they,
Yeah.
Mahomes is what you think. Mahomes' wife.
Is it-
Oh, she's
Oh,
tough.
She
buddy.
looks tough. His whole scene looks tough, dude.
With
the
his brother, yeah.
the wife. Every time I
His
see
wife's
his
tough,
fa-
but I think she
cringe.
plays a big role. She's just loud. I think besides loud, she's fine.
Isn't she like his high school sweetheart
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
something?
soccer
Like,
player.
that's-
Yeah.
That it adds up then. Like if he's
They showed a part where
That's all he knows.
He wins the Super Bowl, and his brother runs out with a phone, and he's like filming maybe a TikTok or something like
His
that.
brother just got
And I'm
arrested.
like, if my brother just won the Super Bowl, I'm gonna hug his wife for a second, but then I'm gonna go and bear hug him. You know what I mean? And he's getting it on social media already.
He,
you know,
he
it's
got
like-
he got arrested a couple of months ago for domestic
Yeah.
abuse.
yeah.
The brother.
Yeah.
But
Aaron, I didn't hear you list off the Henry Tootin Gator Bowl for Tyson. Do you plan on playing in that?
Oh, I got a text from Brooks the other day. December 20 through the 21st.
I'm gonna get my.
I
I'm
gotta
gonna be final stage.
I got to get a team. I got to
Final
get a
stage
team
is here.
involved.
Final
Yeah.
stage of Q Schools in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
right.
let me put a team together.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if my dad wants to play anymore.
I play with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be a Q school.
that'd be fun.
There we go. We got the favorite
We got
for the
ball
Gator Bowl.
rolling.
Scott's a defending champ over here.
Shit, you're
Yeah.
not going with TK, huh? You're just kicking
Well,
him
I'm
to the
not gonna.
curb.
Hey, TK, sorry if you're listening, but no, that team
Wait,
came about
when is-
really
so-
last minute.
Yeah, that
last
was
year,
like
so
hodgepodge. Yeah.
Every bails at the last minute. Dusty had he's
Does
going
TK
to a
live here?
Jags game in New
yeah,
York or
he does.
something. And
I've never met him. I just have interact. I know he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
One of my buddies knows his mum really. His mum's like a legend, right?
Blue.
Blue.
She's awesome.
Apparently, she's like a huge legend in Illinois golf.
She played. I don't
She's like the queen of Medina.
I don't know if she played professionally, but she played in college, and she's like she'll caddy for him and carry the staff bag. Like, she's a trooper.
I got to meet this dude. He
It's
sounds
a
like
golf
legend.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's funny on Twitter. I like his.
Yeah, he's
I like
good
him.
on.
he's
I don't
great.
have
I like
Twitter,
his
but
shit.
I've heard that he's pretty good on
Very,
Twitter.
very good. Very fair.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while.
He's been in Chicago this summer.
I think in the summers he beats
I wouldn't
it.
know
He
if he
goes
walked
up
in
home.
here. I need to get out to Sawgrass more.
Dude, if you go practice for like an hour right now here,
Yeah. I haven't done it in a couple days. I haven't touched the
it
club.
starts getting blurry outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not safe.
It's hot at the moment. This is the second hot wave. It is like, we get the high 80s, low 90s. The last couple of days have been high 90s.
It's brutal. Every course is punched. It's soggy. It's
Yeah.
hot. It's just no fun to play golf in Florida right now.
gross.
California was nice.
All right. Well, Tyson, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, dog.
Cheers.